What's up guys, Puzzle Man here, and you know what, before I actually got into the video part of it, I kind of wanted to share the night before. I always prep the night before, gives you 100% of the next day, sunlight in the sky, to actually be able to plasti dip your vehicle versus spending the first 2 to 3 hours prepping. Well, on this little thing like 45 minutes. Now before, when I started doing this, I always woke up the first thing in the morning, started taping, prepped everything up, and then got the spraying going. But let me just say, it really takes away from a lot of the time, a lot of the sunlight in the sky, away from you being able to dip. I just recently found out that you can get the colors like Flex Blue and Black Cherry and a bunch of other ones in full strength Plasti Dip with UV protection. So since I've never done those colors, definitely want to jump on that and try it out for a little while. But I'm going to be doing a 2003 MR2 in Flex Blue. First things first, I'm going to put down the Gunmetal Gray. So basically I'm going to use the Gunmetal Gray, get the whole car one color, then go down with the Flex Blue. So I've got 2 gallons, 1 gallon of gray, 1 gallon of Flex Blue, 2 gallons of thinner, and we're gonna spray it on the car, see how it comes out. So I really want you to see the first coat with the Gunmetal Gray, self-thinned, no added pigments. Made hardly any difference at all, right? Well, that's why I want you to see this, because if I could stop at 2 coats, that would be great with the added pigments and pre-thinned. I don't like it because you'll see at the end what it looks like after the second coat makes no difference for the end result. I still have UV protection. I'm still going to get a longer life out of it. The owner of the car has spent a lot less money. But one thing you need to take away from this is the reason why you go over so lightly. Of course it's for running. I mean, that's pretty much common sense. But once you get your base down and you have Plasti Dip on it, you don't want to come back with the second coat really, really thick. Not because it'll run because it's too thick. It's because the thinners in the next layer will re-wet the first layer slightly, and then that's what's going to cause your problems. Not that the fact that your second layer is going to be too thick and it's just going to run. The problem is it's soaking through to the first layer and it coming down. So after you get about 3 or 4 of these types of layer on, you can go a little bit thicker. But that's why it's important to build versus going ape shit and just Plasti Dip in your car. Ape shit. So here it is, coat number 2. You still see a lot of red, you still see a lot of black spots. Now before you flip out and say after the second coat it should be fully covered and run off to pre-thin, I'm gonna have to go Willy Wonka on you.
Stop, don't come back.
You'll see at the very end exactly what I'm talking about. one thing I wanted to point out are these vents right here. Just because you tape up your grill and everything, don't forget about these. I mean, some of them on some cars are for looks, but when this one being a mid-engine car, these are functioning vents. So make sure you don't forget about things like this. Tape them off. I know I don't always show taping up the radiators or blocking them off or anything, but I do it in every video. And I did get some comments saying, oh, you fucked up the car, you sprayed the radiator. No, dude, I just didn't show it, okay? But with things like this, don't forget them, okay? Just because it may seem like it's for looks, if it's got a hole that's going to lead into somewhere in the car, block it off. So guys, thank you for watching. I really enjoyed doing this. I've been wanting to do Flex Blue for a long time. I just really don't want to put my hands on sprayable. Although there was a time I really wanted to jump ship and go to sprayable, but since I've discovered Plasti Dip with UV protection, there's to me no point, because the lack of pigments make very little difference in the end result. So guys, check me out at my webpage, www.IamThePuzzleman.com, or drop me a line on my email at info@IamThePuzzleman.com, or come by my Facebook page, facebook.com/IamThePuzzleman. Cameraman Kenny could not be here today. He had to work. This was fun. And remember, don't be a follower. Do it yourself.